van Precious, 'n buisie salf. This story is a story that I think a lot of teenagers can relate to, as it is a literal mirror image of a lot of us, not only teenagers, but I think most people, when you think that the image you have of yourself, and it's not the same image that other people have of you. And that will be the theme of this story that we are doing. Please read through the story first before you watch this lesson, and then we are going to look at a summary of it. Let's begin. Reg, so in 'n opsomming van hierdie verhaal, dit vertel van 'n seun wat gaan deelneem aan 'n debatskompetisie, 'n public speaking competition. Hy is baie selfbewus oor sy vel wat sleg lyk. He is very self-conscious about his skin that is like most teenage boys in a very bad condition. Op pad na die kompetisie is hulle in 'n motorongeluk. On their way to the competition, they are then in a car accident. Die kombi waarin hulle ry, rol halfpad by 'n kraans af. The school bus or the kombi that they were driving in rolls down from the side of the road. Hulle kruip dan uit die kombi en wag vir reddingswerkers. They all crawl out of the kombi and wait for rescue workers to come and help them. As they are lying there, this boy Kuni and Precious start talking to each other. Hy sê dan vir Precious, hy het al gewens, hy gaan dood oor sy vel wat so sleg lyk. He tells her that he wanted to die because of his skin that looks so bad. Sy sê dan vir hom dat sy gewens het sy gaan dood, want sy is verkrag. She then tells him that she wishes that she was dead because she'd been raped. Dan besef Kuni, sy probleme is nie so groot soos haar probleme nie. He then realizes that his problem is not as big as hers. At the end of the story, she promises him that she will bring him an ointment, a cream that he can put on his skin to make it look better. And we will talk about the significance of that in just a moment. Reg. So hierdie verhaal is 'n filosofiese verhaal en dit sinspeel op die spieelbeelde wat ons van onsself sien wat nie altyd ooreenstem met die beeld wat ander van ons sien nie. So as I was saying earlier, the mirror image that we see of ourselves is not the same as the image that other people see of us. Die tema van hierdie verhaal is om te wys dat ons waarheid nie altyd reg is nie en ons spieelbeeld nie noodwendig reflekteer hoe ander ons sien nie. Our truth is not necessarily the truth or correct, and that what we see is not necessarily the same as the way others see us. Soms is ons probleme wat so erg voel, niks teenoor ander se nie. Sometimes our problems that seem so bad is nothing against other people's problems. Die karakters in ons verhaal, die hoofkarakters en hulle invloed op mekaar staan sentraal in hierdie storie. So let's just talk about that for a moment, the influence that our two main characters have on each other. When they are in this accident, when Kuni crawls out of the school bus that they were traveling in, he lies next to Precious and they start talking to each other, mostly to try and keep each other and themselves alive. They call it the Truth and Reconciliation Commission because there's some other references to it in the story as well. They then tell each other their truth, which they have never told anyone else. And it's this influence on each other that stands above everything else in the story. Reg. So ons kry vir Kuni, hy is 'n wit seun en hy is skaam oor sy akne vel en hy voel soos ondier. He's a white boy, he is self-conscious, he is shy because of the acne on his skin, and he feels like Beast in Beauty and the Beast. Precious is a black girl en sy lyk altyd selfversekerd, soos skoonlief. She always looks self-confident and self-assured. That's the way she comes across to other people. And she is then compared to the beauty in Beauty and the Beast. Die newe-karakters in die verhaal is Kuni se ouers en sy suster, die klasmaats, die onderwyseres en die bestuurder van die skoolbussie. Die verteller in ons verhaal is 'n derde persoons verteller. En die ruimte en tyd, dit speel af in die moderne Suid-Afrika, by Kuni se huis, in die bussie op pad na die kompetisie en dan in die veld langs die pad na die ongeluk. Wanneer ons kyk na die intrige, die storielyn van ons verhaal, die eksposisie in die agtergrond, vertel dit vir ons aan die begin van die verhaal, word Kuni en die rede vir sy skaamheid bekendgestel. His shyness, the reason for his shyness is introduced. So in the beginning of the story, we meet Kuni and we learn that he is shy. There's a lot of references to his skin, how he looks at himself, how he describes himself. And then also the fact that because of that, he is shy. But then he makes a decision that he is going to take part in this public speaking competition. Reg. Die metodiese moment, the event that sets things in motion, is wanneer Kuni besluit om aan die debatskompetisie deel te neem. When Kuni decides that he is going to take part in this competition. Die konflik is meestal innerlike konflik, internal conflict. Kuni is skaam oor sy vel en hy wil eers nie aan die kompetisie deelneem nie. Because of the way that he feels about his skin, he does not want to take part in the competition, but he then eventually decides that he will. Die klimaks van die verhaal, die hoogtepunt, is dan wanneer die ongeluk gebeur. En Kuni en Precious probeer om mekaar aan die lewe te hou deur te praat oor hulle lewens. So they start talking to each other, sharing their truths to keep each other alive. Die afloop en ontknoping is die verandering in Koenie se lewensuitkyk nadat hy Precious se storie hoor. So the change that we find in Koenie's perspective after he hears Precious's story, the way that he thinks about himself, the way that he thinks about her, because she always seems to be the self-assured girl, and now he realizes what secret she carries within her. Die verrassingselement wat ons kry, the element of surprise that we find in the story, is wanneer Precious sê sy sal die salf bring. Die pratery het haar gehelp om aan die lewe te bly. Firstly. And secondly, Koenie besef, daar is erger dinge as 'n lelike vel. Hulle help mekaar heel. So firstly, talking to Koenie helped her to stay alive. It made her decide that she wants to stay alive. And secondly, Koenie realized that there are worse things in life than an ugly skin. And in this way, they helped each other to heal. In the story, we find the cursive text, en dit is Koenie se gedagtes, his thoughts in die kursiewe teks, deur die verloop van hierdie kort verhaal. Reg, gaan lees asseblief weer hierdie verhaal, en dan kry jy die vrae op bladsy 134 en 35, and once you've completed the questions, you will find the answers on page 266, and our reference is your prescribed book, Speelbeelde. All the best to you.